another thing, I'm not telling y'all to cancel Christmas, but low-key cancel Christmas.
You can't afford a Ralph Lauren Christmas. Some of you can barely afford rent, so...
If I see one more freaking video about it's a Ralph Lauren mother freaking Christmas, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Here's my hot take for you today. Stop wasting money on Christmas gifts. Stop wasting money on Christmas gifts.
We're not celebrating Christmas this year. We're not celebrating Christmas this year.
It's beginning to look a lot like I can't afford anything for Christmas.
Christmas 2025 was supposed to be magical. Lights, warmth, family gatherings, celebrations. But for millions of Americans, this year feels nothing like Christmas. It feels heavy, stressful, and painfully quiet. Because here's the truth nobody likes to admit out loud. Christmas isn't canceled because people don't care. It's canceled because people are broke. Every year this happens, millions of Americans approach December with anxiety instead of excitement. They wonder how they're going to pay for gifts, groceries, travel, decorations, dinners, all while juggling rent, bills, debt, and the basic cost of surviving. And this year, it's worse than ever. Inflation didn't just rise, it crushed families. Groceries are at record highs, utilities are skyrocketing, gas, rent, medical bills. Everything feels like it doubled. So when people say Christmas is canceled, they're not exaggerating. They're exhausted, they're drained, they're out of options.
It's time for another confession, so here we go. I can't afford Christmas gifts for my daughter this year. 2024 has easily been the roughest year of my adult life. I don't have the heart to tell her that her father simply can't afford gifts. I feel as if I have failed her.
Is anyone even excited for Christmas anymore? Let's just be honest, we're all already drowning in debt and nobody can afford anything. I know Christmas is all about the giving spirit and being happy and stuff like that, but nobody can even afford their own life, let alone shoes on their feet. So many Americans are in debt already from Christmas, from the past couple years. With this inflation, it's just even worse. I mean, and I can't blame people. I personally don't celebrate Christmas. However, I know a lot of people that do, and they are not excited this year. Every single person that I've asked, hey, are you ready for Christmas? They're like, it just came too fast. I'm too tired. I don't have the money. So I'm like, is it even worth it anymore? Is Christmas canceled this year?
I'm literally sitting at fucking work trying not to lose my fucking shit because I am so over this goddamn holiday. I hate Christmas. I fucking hate it. And if you're fucking poor, you probably also hate Christmas because this is a fucking rich people holiday and it is impossible to enjoy if you don't have fucking money. Someone came in here today and told me that they spent $500 on a light up deer. What? I'm literally struggling to pay for the one thing my child wants for Christmas, which is $500. And people are spending that on fucking decor.
Apparently, sometimes the obvious has to be said. And in case you did not know, Christmas is motherfucking canceled this year. Like, we're not spending money, people. If you don't need something, do not buy it. Shopping local, don't do it. Like, I'm sorry to all the business owners. I'm in the service industry, and I think people should not be eating out. Like, we are all going to have to get uncomfortable if we're going to make any change. So yeah, Christmas is fucking canceled. If you really feel the need to buy something, and I might do this, to be honest, get your kids a nice advent calendar and call it a fucking year. Here's my hot take for you today. Stop wasting money on Christmas gifts. Stop wasting money on Christmas gifts. I think that Christmas has gotten so out of hand that we buy gifts for so many people. And if you can't afford it, don't spend the money. Last year, I didn't have a job. I did not work last Christmas. And so I had no income. So I barely bought any Christmas gifts. And let me tell you how nice that was. It was so nice. It was so nice to not have this long ass list of all these people buying gifts. I spend so much money on Christmas every year. So I literally said to myself, this year, I'm still in debt. So, circumstances have only changed of I have a job now, I have income coming in, but I don't want to spend all this money on gifts. So I don't want a bunch of people to buy me gifts. I'm not going to buy people gifts. There's like
3 people on my list that are getting gifts from me this year. And it's okay to say no. It's literally okay to say, let's not do Christmas. Let's not exchange gifts. Like, I'm not going to buy gifts. That's okay. Set that boundary, because you don't need to be wasting all this money on spending money for Christmas. It's gotten out of hand. And if you're in debt and you're not in a good financial situation, don't. I highly recommend against it. I say you set a boundary. You don't need to spend the money, and just be selective. At the end of the day, it's all about being selective on the people that you're buying for and how much you're spending on them. Don't go crazy and don't go into more debt.
Let's stop pretending this is a 2025 problem. This has been happening for years. Every single December, millions of Americans quietly bow out of the holiday season. They skip holiday parties because they can't afford a gift exchange. They skip dinners because they can't afford a big meal. They skip travel because gas and flights are too expensive. They skip gifting because their bank balance hits zero long before Christmas Eve. But we never talk about it. We don't acknowledge the reality because people are ashamed. Ashamed to say, I can't afford Christmas this year. Ashamed to admit they're struggling while the world pushes holiday cheer and shopping ads in their faces. Families put the pressure on themselves to make their kids happy, to not disappoint loved ones, to look normal. But the truth is, millions have been drowning financially long before Christmas 2025. This year only exposed the truth everyone tried to hide. People didn't suddenly become irresponsible. The economy didn't suddenly become fair. Life just kept getting more expensive, and paychecks stayed the same.
Moms, if you're out there and you're worried about Christmas because you can't afford to get your kids the things they want, I want you to think about something. Yes, our children want expensive things. Even when our children don't want expensive things, things are tough right now. They are tough. But I want you to think back to your own Christmas memories and tell me what you remember. Because we didn't have a lot of money. My mom did the best she could, and I guarantee we wanted expensive things. But you know what I remember about Christmas? Is getting up early. My mom was there. We opened gifts around the tree. I loved whatever I got. I can't tell you what it was, but those feelings are inside of me. I loved what I got, and I loved spending that time with my mom. Like, that was our time. We were home and we were all together. Let's focus on the family. Play board games. Eat Chinese. Do what you got to do. Make it special because you're together, not because of what you get. You're going to be okay. Okay? You're going to be okay.
Let's talk about Christmas growing up poor. Hi, I'm Milena, your trashy gold girly, and I'm here to share about how you can get out of poverty because been there, done that. One thing I think that middle-class individuals don't understand about Christmas time for people in poverty is that parents sacrifice so much to try to give their children even a half-decent Christmas. In middle class, if you can't afford something, you put it on a credit card. Or maybe you do some Black Friday deals. Or maybe you start shopping in like September or August just so you can kind of divvy it out. In poverty, it's not really the same. Many parents will sacrifice and just go above and beyond at their own expense to help their children have something nice for Christmas. First, they are hustling. Like, they are doing Toys for Tots. They're doing any type of church program they can to try to make sure their kids have a good Christmas, because they don't want their kids to experience the pain and the helplessness that comes from being poor and not being able to afford Christmas presents. My mom, because her birthday was in the beginning of the month, any money that she would get for her birthday from family members, she would then turn around and use it for our Christmas presents. And I didn't realize this for years. My dad, he would pick up extra shifts just so that he could buy Christmas presents. Or my parents would get up super early and go across town to a nonprofit who they knew was doing a Christmas toy drive. A lot of people say that people in poverty are lazy, but this is not true. Actually, they work harder than many because they have to do 3 times the steps to get to the same result as someone who has access to transportation, consistent income, and health. Because those 3 things are some very, very challenging things in poverty. What did your parents do for Christmas? How did they sacrifice so that you could have an amazing Christmas?
Okay, I'm in. Christmas 2025 is hereby canceled. I'm not saying don't spend time with your family, but if 70% of America decided not to celebrate Christmas this year, and I'm talking no gifts, no travel, no decorations, no shopping, it would cause a massive economic shock and send a political and cultural message unlike anything in modern history. Christmas actually accounts for roughly 20 to 25% of annual retail sales in the US. If 70% of Americans stopped spending, that would wipe out hundreds of billions of dollars in economic activity. Those big box stores, e-commerce platforms, and delivery services would all see devastating losses. Companies like Amazon, Walmart, Target, Apple, and FedEx would take huge hits, likely triggering a stock market downturn. Investors would panic over lost holiday revenue. Some of those companies wouldn't recover. Airlines, hotels, and car rental companies, they rely heavily on holiday travel. Their bookings would plummet. America's consumer-driven identity is deeply tied to Christmas. It's not just religious, it's commercial tradition. A collective refusal to participate would feel like a national awakening, a rejection of the system that profits from distraction, debt, and emotional manipulation. And let's be real, you know who's actually benefiting from what the current administration is doing right now? Corporate America. It's time they felt the pain. What do you think?
Here's where everything gets twisted. Christmas was never created as a shopping season. It wasn't meant to be a competition of who buys the biggest gift or decorates their house like a movie set. Christmas was supposed to be simple, pure, human, a holiday rooted in togetherness, not Amazon deliveries. But somewhere over the years, companies hijacked the meaning of Christmas. Ads started telling people their love wasn't enough unless it came wrapped in shiny paper. Stores started convincing parents that they had to buy more, spend more, give more, or their Christmas wasn't good enough. And now look at us, a nation where people feel guilty for not spending money they don't have. People max out credit cards to look festive. Parents take on debt just so their kids don't feel left out. Couples fight because they can't afford gifts. Families feel inadequate because their holiday isn't Instagram perfect. But the truth is, Christmas has nothing to do with expensive gifts. Christmas is about who you're with, not what you can buy. It's the conversations, the memories, the warmth of knowing you're not alone in this world. It's sitting around a small table, sharing the little you have, and still feeling grateful. You can't buy that. You never could. Let's talk about the real villain here, the system, not families, not parents, not people trying their best. We have an economy where wages haven't kept up with inflation for decades. An economy where a full-time job still leaves you broke. An economy where holiday cheer is used as a marketing tactic while millions can't afford basic groceries. People didn't fail Christmas. The system failed the people. When rent takes half your paycheck, when your grocery cart costs more than your electricity bill, when you're choosing between gas money and Christmas gifts, that's not a personal failure, that's a national crisis. And pretending otherwise only makes the problem worse. The problem isn't that people don't want to celebrate. The problem is that the world made celebration unaffordable.
We're not celebrating Christmas this year. We're not celebrating Christmas this year. I need you. Your job is to tell your aunties and your uncles and your grandparents, tell them, I don't need nothing. The kids don't need nothing. We don't need shit. We got TVs in our house. We got phones in our hands. We got laptops. We got computers. We don't need no more jewelry. We don't need no gifts. We don't need no more clothes. The overconsumption has already gone too far anyway. We don't need it. We not celebrating Christmas this year. Tell your motherfucking kids right now, look, this is for your greater good. This is for the sake of your future. This is so your vote matters. So you won't get gerrymandered. This is for your rights, for women's rights, for you to be able to be yourself, so that you'll be able to afford a house, so you can invest, so the economy doesn't tank. We are not celebrating Christmas. Every corporation needs to feel this. Every single one. I don't want to see nobody out on Black Friday. Them deals ain't that good anyway. When the last time a Black Friday deal got you out your goddamn couch? Come on now. Cyber Monday, turn the goddamn computer off. Don't even go on Amazon. Don't even go on Amazon, man. For real, we not celebrating Christmas. On Thanksgiving, me and a couple other people have been planning on feeding the homeless or just going out and doing something for charity. So I can't say that I'm not going to be out buying food. But Thanksgiving, we don't need a big Thanksgiving. We don't. We don't need a big, huge Thanksgiving. And I need y'all to spread this word. Please, please spread the word. We are not doing it. We hitting them everywhere. I, for one, am still going to be out in the streets protesting with my feet and my body, because in my city, it's a little bit deeper than just, oh, we ain't going out there. Our kids are out there already. They're in our city. They're in our apartment complexes. They're in our neighborhoods. When you sit in front of your building and your apartment complex, they coming up and harassing people in D.C., in Memphis, in Chicago, in Portland. I'm still protesting that as well. But the way y'all telling me that, oh, well, you don't need to be out there protesting, you need to financially protest. Porque no los dos? I don't give a fuck. Spread the word. We not doing the Christmas shit. I don't even do that shit anyway. Most I do is buy my little girlfriend, if I have a girlfriend at the time, something. I might get my mom something, but I don't even do the shit anyway.
Another thing, I'm not telling y'all to cancel Christmas, but low-key cancel Christmas. I'm not saying don't put up your tree. I'm not saying don't do decorations and spend time with your kids. That's what you should be doing. But listen, don't be going out there and buying all that shit, man. You ain't got the money for it. You don't. And that's okay. And if you do got the money for it, you still don't need it. What you need it for? Them kids don't need it. This is the one year where you could say, you know what, guys, hey, we're going to do something a little different this year. And if you're going to buy gifts, okay, everybody get that one thing that the kids want. What's that one thing your kids want? Try to get that. Outside of that, hang it up. These corporations are depending on our money to fund whatever bullshit they got coming next. Everybody put their money back in their pockets. Pay your bills. That's what you need to do. Everybody be broke right after Christmas. Pay your fucking bills and spend time with your family. Y'all gonna be just fine without them new phones, them new laptops, them new bikes, them new... listen, you don't need it. Sit down by and watch a movie with your kids and make some hot chocolate. Why don't y'all make some bread from scratch? Can go see the Christmas lights. But you need to sit down and have a real conversation with your kids, okay? Especially the kids that is always got their hand out and don't really know what's going on in the world. The kids, sit down and have a conversation with your kids and let them know what's going on in the world. Because shit changing. And if you want to prepare them for life, you better start talking to them now. And this especially goes out to the millennial and Gen Z parents who, y'all breaking generational curses. Y'all trying to give y'all kids what y'all didn't have growing up. Like, I get it. But y'all been doing that all year. You are a wonderful parent, okay? You've been doing that shit all year. Talk to your kids and let them know, hey, it's some worldly shit going on right now, and we need to do our part.
You can't afford a Ralph Lauren Christmas. Some of you can barely afford rent, so cut that shit out. Do not put Christmas decorations on your credit card.
As we move into the Christmas season and everyone's picking angels off of the angel tree, I just want to remind you that poor children who live in poverty, are allowed to ask for expensive gifts. Children who are poor and live in poverty still want to fit in with their peers. They still want items that make them feel included. If you cannot afford the gifts on the child's angel tree card, you don't have to pick it off the tree. And if you believe that poor children should just accept whatever gift you get them, then maybe you should put your time, effort, and energy into something else that calls to your heart. I hope that helps.
So yes, Christmas 2025 might be the smallest Christmas many families have ever had. Fewer gifts, smaller dinners, no travel, maybe no decorations at all. But here's the part the world forgets. A small Christmas can still be a real Christmas. Sitting on the couch with someone you love, that's Christmas. Talking, laughing, sharing stories, that's Christmas. Having the people you care about around you, even if all you do is eat something simple together, that's more Christmas than any fancy gift will ever be. Money can buy stuff, but it can't buy connection. It can't buy love. It can't buy the kind of holiday memories people actually remember years later. And if you have even one person in your life that cares about you, then Christmas isn't canceled. It just looks different. Still, let's be real. Just because Christmas shouldn't require money doesn't mean the struggle isn't real. It hurts to not be able to afford things you used to. It hurts to feel like the world moved forward and left you behind. It hurts to see your kids wanting things you can't provide. That pain is real. That frustration is real. That exhaustion is real. And millions of Americans are feeling it right now. But here's the reminder that matters. Christmas didn't become meaningless just because the economy went to hell. Christmas didn't disappear just because your budget is tight. Christmas didn't vanish because the system is broken. Christmas, the real Christmas, is about connection. The people you love, the people who love you, the people who are still with you even when life gets tough. And that part, no crisis can cancel that. So yes, Christmas 2025 might not look like the movies. It might not look like the commercials. It might not look like the Christmas you grew up with. But it's still yours. It still belongs to you. It still belongs to your family. It still belongs to anyone who values love over material things. The cost of living crisis can take a lot. Your savings, your plans, your comfort, but it can't take your humanity. And as long as you still hold on to the people you care about, Christmas isn't canceled. Not this year, not ever.